Hey, what to do, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're just having a great day. So pretty much all of my free time has been consumed by stuff that's been breaking down. I actually have two videos recorded that you guys haven't seen yet. One has to do with the Peterbilt. One has to do with our Yukon. We had this show up to the ranch the other day. Have not even touched that thing. The 299 is having some issues. This is what we're going to be working on today. And then we actually have the big grader coming back to the ranch. I think it'll be here tomorrow. We're going to be fixing that too. And we got some other very minor things that we're working on. We got a clogged Zerk fitting on that tractor over there. Just a lot of stuff going on, and sometimes things break down, but as far as the 299 goes, I really can't complain. She's been pretty trouble-free almost the entire time that I've had her. I've known that it had some fuel pump issues, but they were so minor and the machine still ran great that I didn't really worry about it too much. Well, when we were running this thing in the rainstorm, it started manifesting some of those issues. And it was starting to sputter, starting to fall a little bit on its face. So I got all new filters for it. We got a new fuel filter. We got a new hydraulic fluid filter. We got new air filters. And then I even went and picked up a new pump. It's this guy right here. We're gonna be replacing that in today's video. The only one that I may put off is the hydraulic fluid filter, because I kind of want to do like an entire fluid swap on it. And I do have the fluid, but I don't know that I have the time today. So we'll see how far we can get with everything else. And then if it does work, we're gonna put the auger attachment on it. We'll go actually put some hours on this thing, see if our little sputtering issue has been resolved. So anyhow, that's what we got going on today. As always, there may be something else that makes its way into this video, but I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's go ahead and jump on into it, and let's work. Performance of the machine may drastically increase. So if you were the proud owner of the non-air conditioned version of this machine, this would be even easier. All right, so we got a brand new freshie right here. Now with tariffs, this thing's made in Mexico. Proud to admit this, guys, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you anyway. Look how dirty this thing is. Do a couple things with it real quick. We got some pretty nasty hay right here that needs to go. The rain turned this into. I need you to lift this up just a little bit because I got to finish putting that one pin in. It's kind of fighting me, okay? Try to catch me howling at the moon. All right, you guys can see we got a cab full of filters. Yeah, we'll just set these small ones on the ground. So as of right now, the machine's okay. It started up, no issues. When we parked it there, I went to try and start it up again, and it probably took me about 10-15 seconds for it to fire off. So I don't know what the issue is. It just kind of seems like it's being starved with fuel. I'm hoping with the new filter and that new pump that, to be honest, guys, I don't know how the machine has been working as well as it does, because it's an electric pump that's not pumping. And so I'm pretty sure the injection pump has just been like pulling the fuel from the tank through the lift pump, which is like a huge no-no. But seeing as the machine still ran great, I didn't really worry about it too much. I'll just be talking to myself over here. Don't worry about me. All right, so there's really not a whole lot to this fuel pump. We just got two little bolts right there that hold it in place, one plug, and then we got a little filter down underneath it that is looking pretty dirty also. All right, so here's the brand new fuel pump. You guys can see that it has a little screen fuel filter right here, which this is actually replaceable too. But this whole unit, I'm pretty sure is bad. So the performance of the machine may drastically increase as soon as we put this on. But I'm gonna go ahead and set this aside. And we're gonna go ahead and take off the old one, which is pretty straightforward. We just have two bolts right there. It comes off, you got one little connector. You got a hose that comes up to the main fuel filter assembly, and you have the supply line down there. So I'm really hoping we can do this without making a huge mess. Let's see how this goes. All right, so originally I was gonna go ahead and remove this hose entirely, but this fitting has to stay on the hose. So I went ahead and left it so I don't have to like take this off and put it back on, because that hose was crimped on there pretty good. Went ahead and cracked this loose, so we should be able just to take this off by hand now. I guess we'll see if I actually can. Yeah, we're good. Just gotta disconnect this electric fitting right here. What do you think about that scissor lift? What? Do you think we're gonna be able to fix that scissor lift? Uh-huh. Hey, where'd you put the other half of that chocolate?
Back in the fridge.
Okay. You better wipe your face off before your sisters get upset with you. There's super evidence of that chocolate all over your face. Like I said, pretty straightforward repair. You got one hose coming out the top, one hose coming out the bottom. We have one electrical fitting or connector that I have not put back on yet. And then we have the two little bolts right here, which I'm gonna go ahead and mount it in place before I connect these. Make sure that everything's routed correctly or how I want it. Actually, I kind of wish I'd have put this one on that side of it. Now that I'm looking at it, I may switch that real quick. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I like that way more. I went ahead and put this hose on the outside of it. So if you were the proud owner of the non-air conditioned version of this machine, this would be even easier. Right now the AC compressor is just like a little bit in the way. And right now I wish I had a socket that was somewhere in between the length of this deep socket or this extension with that short socket on there. I need one that's like right in the middle, just because of how long this is and putting it back there. The wrench doesn't really want to fit this way, and then with just the deep socket, it doesn't quite go as far as I need it to. All right, so you guys can see we already have the old filter right there. We got the brand new freshie right here, nice crisp and white. The kit does come with new O-rings to put a new one around the top seal and the bottom plate. I'm not sure where I put that actually, but it's somewhere around here. I don't know how well this is gonna show up on camera, but this is the old one. You guys can see that it looks very black. This is the new one that's very blue. Believe it or not, when I switched the filters out, this one was blue also. You can kind of barely see some remnants of the blue on the inside still. I guess just with time, heat, I don't know. I guess they just turn black. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and put the new one on here. Nice and fresh. I need to find that bottom piece. There's the tube that goes to it. I guess I can put that on last. And this drops in like so. Easy. Then you just screw it back up into place. I wouldn't say easy. It does require a little bit of effort, but it's on there. Oh, this is a little piece I was talking about. Comes with a new O-ring for that too. I guess it's not really an O-ring, it's kind of more like a thick rubber washer. So we will go ahead and get rid of the old one. Even though probably on all reality doesn't need it, but we're gonna replace it anyways. Right off the bat, I can hear it clicking away. Just gonna let you guys know, it has not done that for quite some time. You guys can see this filling up. It's just chugging right away, working great. Let's go ahead and check for leaks though, make sure we're not spewing diesel everywhere. That's beautiful. Did exactly what it's supposed to, pressurize the system and shut off. All right, I guess we can go ahead and start it, see if there's any air in the lines, let it run for a little bit. And then, you know, before I do that though, let's go ahead and change this air filter real quick. Put a brand new freshie in there. All right, so this is the filter that goes on the inside. I don't know if you call it the primary or the secondary. To me, it's the secondary because it comes second in line from the air coming in outside. But I don't know. All right, so we got a brand new freshie right here. Now with tariffs. This thing's made in Mexico. Let's go ahead and shove that in there. I'm pretty sure this is what they call the secondary filter. Could be primary. I don't know what order they're in. I consider it the secondary because it's like the second filter from the air coming in on the outside. The primary one, in my opinion, would be this guy right here, which is much larger. And this one's actually cleanable or serviceable. That one is not. You guys can see that it says do not clean on there. That one's supposed to look like that all the time. It's never supposed to get dirty. This is the one that's supposed to get dirty. So this guy's also made in Mexico. But it is cool yellow and black, and it does say cat on it. So anyways, let's get that out of the way. All right, so it's definitely time for a new pre-filter. This isn't one that I get to see very often because like it's tucked down out of the way. And especially once the shroud's up here, it blocks it even more. And I'm not proud to admit this, guys, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you anyways. Look how dirty this thing is. Ugh, that is just, that's embarrassing. Don't ever let your guys' tractor look like that. That's just a true testament to how good cat engineering is, because like I said, that pump has been inoperable for probably the last year or two, and she's still been running just fine. So say what you want, call me an idiot. I don't really care, but the machine was still working great. So anyways, let's go ahead and start it up. Actually, let me make sure I don't have anything sitting on the engine that's gonna get destroyed when I turn it over. Got my phone in my pocket. Nothing. All right, I think we're good. All right, here we go. We got our first alarm already. Low system voltage. That's to be expected, the machine's not running. Beautiful. Running great, just dandy. Voltage making its way back up to 14.4 hopefully. 0.1, 0.2, 0.1. I guess that's okay. But she sounds healthy. I'm liking it. Hasn't even sputtered yet. That thing was packed with air. I guess I'll put the rear shroud back on. Oh, you know what? I do have one belt to tighten. The AC compressor's belt's pretty pathetic right now. All right, guys, I think we're looking good. Hasn't even hiccuped yet. I don't see any leaks. I'm gonna go ahead and put the cover back on. All right, let's go ahead and get this back door closed up. Alright guys, not that I noticed like a huge difference from how it was running prior. I'm not gonna say like, oh, that pump is making it run so much better, because it's really not. It runs the exact same as it used to, and that's one of the reasons I never replaced it, just because it just kept on chugging. So it does work, which is good, because it was having trouble working, and so I guess it's safe to say that we fixed it. Do a couple things with it real quick. We got some pretty nasty mucky hay right here that needs to go. The rain turned this into just an awful mess. And then I think my wife wants me to go smooth out a couple areas, and then we're gonna put the auger on it. We're gonna go pop some holes in that pasture up there that I started working on forever ago, and then kind of got sidetracked, busy, and did not finish. So let me get all this cleaned up, then we'll throw the auger on there and go do some actual work with it. All right, so pretty much everything was up here already. I got all three of my auger bits, the actual auger attachment. I went ahead and marked on the ground over there where we're gonna be painting it. It's really not a whole lot to do. I'm just gonna be popping one hole today. And I actually wish I'd have kind of done this a little bit differently when I set all this up. I had these big grand intentions, but I had these big grand intentions, and I kind of wish I'd have done things a little bit differently. I'm basically gonna set one post, let it harden, attach those back to it. We're gonna move down, I'll set another post, attach those to it, and we're just gonna basically start working our way around, because right now it's not perfectly square. I had everything like exactly where it needed to be. Then it got windy, stuff moved around, this got bent over, and nothing's even close to being square anymore. So I definitely should have set the post first and then start working my way around. But it is what it is. So this is just gonna be one of those projects that we kind of tackle little by little. But for today, we're just gonna start with one post, and that should be good. It'll be enough to go ahead and get this closed back up. And then we'll just start working our way around. We'll get this all reinforced, because we did turn Honey, our Jersey cow, out in here the other day, and she loved it. She loved eating on the fresh grass that was growing. And that's pretty much what I had envisioned for this whole area anyways. It was just somewhere that we could turn our dairy cows out to get some nice fresh green grass. And eventually I'll put some sprinklers in here too, so that way we can actually grow little mini pastures in here for when they're in milk, just to come out and munch on during the day. You want to learn how to use an auger today?
Yes.
All right, jump on in there. I need you to lift this up just a little bit because I got to finish putting that one pin in. It's kind of fighting me, okay?
Okay.
All right, go ahead and lift the arms up. Go ahead, lift them up. I need them like right here. So keep going. Go, 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 go. And that's good. A little more. Yeah, right there. Okay, go ahead and come down. Easy, yeah. So I thought I had a bolt up here for this. I don't, so we gotta run down to the shop real quick. So I got to grow up operating skid steers, all sorts of equipment, but not on the level that he gets to. One day this kid is just gonna be a phenomenal operator. He pretty much has a full comprehension of how everything works in this tractor already. He's never gotten to use the auger, so this is gonna be his very first time doing it. He is a little bit on the excited side. We're gonna see how well he can get this lined up. All right, buddy. You wanna get the center point of this right in the middle of that circle, okay? Stop. Go ahead and tilt your bucket forward a little more. You want this to be hanging real easy, okay? You don't want it hitting any of this, and you want this pretty much straight up and down. See how it's still at a little bit of an angle? Okay, tilt it down a little bit more. Just like that. Okay. Come forward a little bit. Whoop. All right. Now this auger can rotate both directions, okay? Depending on how you flip your thumb switch. So go ahead and push it forward so you can see which way it spins. All right, you see how it's spinning clockwise right now? That's the direction you want it to spin while you're digging.
Okay.
So while you're digging, you need to have that, you need to have the auger spinning, and you have to push your arms down at the same time.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
You want to try it?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and get it spinning. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, yep. You have to hold that for the, awesome. Okay, slow, 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 slow. Hey, you don't want to push down too fast, okay? You need to let the auger dig. Don't ever stop with the auger, just keep it going. Okay, and then you'll push down a little bit on the arms. All right, so he did pretty good. Got a little bit crooked. Needed a little bit of coaching there at the end. Okay, don't move, don't move. Back up real slow and take all that dirt with you. Real slow, back up. Beautiful. Keep going, keep going. Keep going. Okay, now you can back up fast. Okay, go ahead and stop. Put the arm down till it touches. Okay, throttle down. Go ahead and turn it off. Come look at your hole. Come look at the hole you dug. What do you think about that?
I think that was pretty deep.
It's quick and easy, huh?
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
Uh-huh.
All right. I don't know that we needed to go that deep, but you know, for your first hole, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you see how that worked?
Uh-huh.
All right, should we mix up some concrete?
Sure.
All right, let's go.
The concrete?
Hey, Muscles, do you think you can grab one of those posts and take it over?
Yeah.
You think so?
Uh-huh.
All right. We need one with, nope. We need one with 2 of those little hinges on them. Yep. Awesome, you got it. I'm gonna start mixing up concrete, okay?
Okay.
All right, now I know putting a post in the ground is not a big deal, but for me, this is kind of exciting because anytime that I get to work on the actual ranch and like building stuff that's gonna further the cause with what we got going on out here, gets me excited, and I just like to share it with you guys. So we got our mud mixed up already. We're gonna go ahead and put a couple shovels in there. Originally, I was gonna push the dirt to the side, but we're gonna try and do it, not disturb it. I think I'm gonna leave the concrete about maybe 6 inches below ground level, Then we'll put dirt back on top of it so it's nice and concealed. We don't have to worry about hitting it with a lawnmower or a weed whacker or anything like that, huh, Buck?
Yeah.
Yeah, you agree?
Uh-huh.
All right. Okay, put the paint down. I need you to grab the level that's in the back of the golf cart. Okay, because we're gonna need that to set the post.
Okay. Got it?
Yeah, I gotta put a bunch of shovelfuls in there.
Okay.
I could just dump it in with a wheelbarrow, but I'd probably knock a bunch of dirt in if I did that. I hope 3 bags of concrete was enough. Hope we don't have to go mix up some more.
Hey.
You don't think 3's enough?
I mean, I think it is.
Alright. Holy smokes, guys. I wouldn't believe it if it hadn't really happened. But this thing is perfectly level that way. Let's see how good we did this way. This way, not so much. All right, and there we have it. We got our first post cemented in the new, what should we call this area?
I don't know.
You don't know? You can't think of anything?
Yeah.
Come on, get creative.
I still don't know.
You don't know? I think it's something. All right, well, there we have it. We got our very first post set in cement on the new little mini pasture. We're trying to come up with a clever name for this little area right now. We're kind of drawing a blank, so we'll circle back around to that. I know today's video is a little bit on the shorter side, but I'm happy to have the 299 back up and running. And kind of sucks, but as he was driving it around, I was taking a look at a couple things because I know it needs a couple $1,000s thrown at it. And I just have been putting it off because this machine doesn't make money for us anymore. It's just something that hangs out around the ranch. And I try to take like the best care of it as I can without having to just funnel a ton of money into it. But this little guy right here, for those of you guys who've been following the channel, you guys know that I fought with that thing pretty bad about a year ago. There's a bolt that's broken off inside the torsion bar assembly right here. And really it does need new torsion bars. The back end of this thing just squats to the ground. I mean, it's just so low. So we're gonna continue on the cycle of pretty much fixing everything that we have. And I think the front ones are in okay shape, but the back ones are they're just hammered. And they're about $1,000 a piece. So I think I'm gonna stop by Caterpillar tomorrow. I'm gonna order the 2 rear ones, and it's gonna hurt a little bit, but it's just something that needs to happen because I do have to go do some work with this thing, and that's like a deal breaker. If that thing fails, that could cause some very serious problems, especially if you're on a hillside. So having the king of track loaders is cool like 95% of the time, and then the other 5% when stuff breaks and it's very expensive to fix, that's when it's not so cool. But overall, you guys, don't get me wrong, love the 299. Phenomenal machine. So it really surprised me when Kat decided to one-up this thing a little bit and make the 285. I've been like dying to try one out, but I don't know anyone that has one. I haven't even seen them in the rental fleets at Caterpillar yet. If one does make its way there, maybe we'll rent one and do like a side-by-side comparison. So before I start rambling on too much, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put the screws this video because we're pretty much done with the 299. It's running great. It's not falling on its face anymore. And we got to teach my son how to use the auger a little bit, which I think he thoroughly enjoyed. Did you like that?
Yes.
Was it good?
Yes.
Overall, he did pretty good with it. What was the hardest part, you think?
Probably pushing the auger bit down while spinning it.
Yeah, it's hard to do both of them at the same time.
Yes.
A little bit tricky, huh?
Uh-huh.
He'll get it down. But I do appreciate you guys taking a little bit of time out of your day to watch this video. If you could do me a huge solid like, subscribe, share this with your amigos, hit that notification button down below so you guys can continue to see progress with whatever piece of equipment I'm working on, whether it be the 299, the backhoe. There may be some other stuff that we're doing to that. Not 100% sure yet. We got the grader coming back to town tomorrow. Super excited for that one. Work just never ends out here. Anyhow, thanks again, and I will see you guys next time. Later.